And greetings, followers. This is weather prognosticator meteorologist Chad Merrill with your weekly weather briefing. And we are going to look at the next week to see if there's any cold shots and any chance for rain in our forecast. First of all, you are seeing the Hagerstown Town and Country Almanack website. And this website is updated fairly frequently, a couple of times per month. We always have our going forecast that is in the current almanac, as well as if you are a member of the Friends of the Almanac and a subscriber, you can see this forecast well in advance. So you can sign up for that as well if you do not wish to have a hard copy of the Hagerstown Town and Country Almanac. Here we are on the 20th, and we are forecasting dry and warm weather. We've had some cooler weather early in the week, but we have warmed it up into the upper 70s across the mid-Atlantic, plenty of sunshine. And notice that we have some changes with rain, breezy, cooler conditions, 22nd and the 23rd of October. We are forecasting a hard freeze to end the growing season in the northern part of the region right around the 23rd. And then a milder pattern with some showers, the 24th through the 27th. Fair and turning mild, the 29th and the 30th. So no heat in our forecast for the rest of the month. And we are forecasting dry weather for Halloween. Let's see how things are shaping up across the U.S. This is a look at the 300 millibar chart or the jet stream chart. And the trough of low pressure that brought us the cooler weather earlier in the week or more seasonable temperatures is lifting off towards the north. A ridge of high pressure, as you can see with these bulging lines, moving north into the Ohio Valley. That is supplying us with the near to above average temperatures during the middle part of the week. We have a spinning cyclone here across the nation's midsection. This is our next cold front that will move through with a couple of showers late Thursday and early Friday. And as that system moves to the east, we will get some cooler air in over the weekend. There will be a hard freeze that will finally end the growing season across New England. And we are expecting a widespread hard freeze in the northern part of Pennsylvania and maybe down to the Mason-Dixon line next week. We'll detail that in a couple of minutes. We also see that there's a storm system coming into the west, and I do want to show you the water vapor imagery. This points out where we have the moisture. Here's the low pressure that's going to bring the cold front through right now across the northern plains. That is quickly moving east and will bring the showers late Thursday, early Friday, followed by the cooler weather for the weekend. We do have quite a bit of water vapor, though, heading into the parts of the western U.S. And if we expand this view a bit, notice we have a series of storm systems lined up across the Pacific heading for the western U.S. There is going to be several rounds of showers in the lower elevations, as well as along the coast, with high elevation snow. Not too much in the way of cold air with these systems, but this moisture is going to put a little bit of a dent in the ongoing drought across the western U.S. all the way through the middle part of the week. So that will top the weather headlines across the U.S. Locally across the middle Atlantic, it has been a very dry month. Rainfall is 1 to almost 2 inches behind average, and that is because we've had a series of high pressure systems that have moved in. We've had the cooler weather over the last week, and that has helped with the fall foliage. It is at peak in far western Maryland, and we are seeing the change in color moving towards the I-95 corridor. In parts of Pennsylvania, or at least I should say Virginia, what we're seeing is the fall colors are expanding a bit. What we have here is the fall foliage map in Pennsylvania. And notice along and north of the turnpike, we have pretty good color. We're starting to approach the best color right along the turnpike. And to the south, where it's a little bit milder along the Mason-Dixon line, we're just starting to see the colors emerge. So that's something that we will see happen pretty quickly over the next 2 weeks as we get some cooler air in across the middle part of the mid-Atlantic. In Virginia, we're starting to see some of the peak color starting to emerge above 3,000 feet. And this is in southwestern Virginia along the spine of the Blue Ridge Mountains. But we are starting to get some color mixing in across the Shenandoah Valley and the Piedmont as well. So a little bit of a slower start to the fall foliage season simply because we've had our fair share of mild weather through just last week before we got the cooler weather over the weekend and the early part of this week. In favor of some cooler weather coming down the pike is the MJO, is the Madden-Julian oscillation. It's going into a moderate strong to strong phase 1 and 8. Well, in phase 1 of the MJO, when you are in a negative ENSO, we are officially in a La Nina pattern. The government has declared that. In a MJO phase 1, we typically have below average temperatures for much of the east, and that extends all the way back to the front range of the Rockies. And then in MJO phase 8, we tend to have slightly above average temperature. So we are going to see some temperature swings here over the next several days. I wanted to point out the dew point trends, especially across northern Pennsylvania, where we do expect freeze warnings to be initiated in the wake of the cold front. If it doesn't happen Saturday or Sunday morning, it is definitely going to happen on the 25th or 26th of October as we get another reinforcing shot of some cooler air. The problem is, as one cooler air mass moves in over the weekend, what we are going to see is another warm front approach. So there is going to be some opportunities for showers Monday, and then likely Wednesday. It'll be between that round of rain that there should be a hard freeze across the northern part of the Mid-Atlantic, which coincides with our existing forecast, where we had a hard freeze in the northern part of the region around the 23rd of October. So that is a look at the weather forecast going forward through the remainder of the month. And what I'm going to do here is stop sharing this screen, and we are going to talk a little bit about what's going on here in the night sky. So let me share this particular screen, and we'll get a look, because we have some interesting tidbits of information to share with you. And the first is the Orionid Meteor shower is going to produce several meteors. And this is before daybreak on Thursday, the 21st of October. So this is one of the best meteor showers of the season. And the good news is, with high pressure in place, the sky will be clear, although we do have that full moon to interfere with some of the light. But at least there's going to be very limited amount of haze and clear skies. So escape from the city lights if you want to see this meteor shower, and look in the night sky late Wednesday or early on Thursday morning for the meteor shower. The moon and Uranus will be very close to each other Thursday evening, so that'll be another spectacle to see in the sky, but that'll be later in the day on Thursday. You want to look in the eastern sky before Friday before daybreak, or Thursday evening you want to look in the eastern sky. Friday before daybreak you want to look in the western sky. And it's visible with binoculars, but not a telescope. If you look through a telescope, you won't see the moon and Uranus together because of the wider spectrum of the two planets in relation to the telescope. So you will be able to see it though with the naked eye. We had the Hunter's Moon, which was, of course, today, Wednesday the 20th. So if you're watching this podcast and it's the evening of the 20th, you want to look out and see the full moon. It'll be bright in the sky, especially with the clear skies that we have. Bishops has a couple of running events taking place. October 23rd, that is Saturday, Columbia Island Marina races. Partly cloudy, mild, temperatures in the 50s in the morning, 60s in the afternoon. That same day, there is a race, wilderness races in Spotsylvania, looking for mostly sunny skies. Temperatures in the afternoon in the mid-60s to lower 70s. No worries with any rain. And on the 24th, looking for partly cloudy skies in Lorton, Virginia for that race. Temperatures in the morning in the 40s, in the afternoon 65 to 70 degrees. So as we come back here and we take a look now at the website once again. So let me share that screen again. And we'll take a look at our website. And if you want to see the October forecast we had put out for the Cumberland Times News, that's available on the website. And of course, any previous Zoom forecast and briefings that I've done are available by clicking on the website, and of course, the October forecast. Again, you can sign up for Friends of the Almanac and get the Almanac in digital format. It's a little bit cheaper than the hard copy, and it's very accessible through the website as well. So that is all I have for the weather briefing today. We'll see you next week. And enjoy the frost that will occur late this weekend and early next week in the northern part of the Mid-Atlantic.